Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyana. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat-Gurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Vibhuti Yoga, the yoga of divine manifestation, the yoga of divine glories that we have been reading this 10th adhyaya, and of late we have been reading about Arjuna talking to Sri Krishna for a change. Not Krishna's sermon or teachings to Arjuna, but Arjuna talking to Sri Krishna, and Arjuna kind of summarizing those divine, attributes of that divine manifestation of the great Lord, of the eternal Lord. When Arjuna talked about Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, then Purusham Shashvatam Divyam, Adi Devam, Ajam Vibhum. All those, the highest of the qualifications, highest of the qualities and attributes that can be allotted to this eternal divinity, which is permanent in nature, which is Shashvata, which is the origin of all the beings, and which is the ultimate abode of all this creation, which is the Purusha, the ultimate Lord, the ultimate indweller of this entire creation. If this creation is considered as a puri, as a place to stay, then Purusha is the ultimate indweller. Everything is occupied by this Purusha, Adi Purusha, the Satchidananda Brahman. So Arjuna has spoken of about all these divine qualities of the Lord. And Arjuna then said that all the great sages, all those great personalities, the mighty rishis and munis like Devarshi Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasa, all of them, they have proclaimed your great divinity. They have proclaimed you to be the ultimate great. And it is not only them. Even you yourself have told me. That is what Arjuna told Krishna in the 13th shloka, and the last shloka that we read, the 14th shloka. Arjuna said, since you have told me, I consider it to be the ultimate truth. For me, your word is the ultimate truth. Since you yourself have told me about your divine glories, to the extent of you are the ultimate source of all beings, that you are the ultimate abode of all the beings, that you are the Lord of Lords. All these divine qualities that you have told, I take it for granted to be the ultimate truth. Sarvam etat dhrutam manye yanmam vadasi Keshava. Yanmam vadasi Keshava. Oh Keshava, whatever you have told me about your divine attributes. Sarvam etat dhrutam manye. It is my firm belief that whatever you have told me is the ultimate truth. Sarvam etat dhrutam. Then, nahi te bhagavan vyaktim viduhu deva-deva. And all these glories that you have told me, which I firmly believe them to be the ultimate truth. Neither the devas, nor the danavas, neither the gods, nor the demons, they are capable of knowing your manifestation, your Bhagavan Vyakti, what you manifest as a divine incarnation. Even the gods and demons are unable to narrate it, unable to understand it, unable to know it. Only I am going by your word, what you have said, and that is the ultimate truth for me. Look at this faith in Arjuna. He says, whatever you tell me, whatever you have told me, I consider it to be the ultimate truth. Sarvam etat dhrutam. I consider it, I manye mam. I consider it to be the ultimate truth. So that is about the greatness of the Lord that Arjuna has accepted. He has clearly told the Lord. Now, what about the Arjuna now is further talking to Lord. Arjuna is further talking to Sri Krishna, and he is now telling something very specific to addressing the Purushottama, addressing the best among these Purushas. Now Arjuna is going to tell. Swayam evātmanātmānaṁ vettha tvaṁ puruṣhottamam bhūta-bhāvana bhūteśha deva-deva jagat-pate. Now Arjuna is talking to Krishna, addressing me as Purushottama. He has already talked about the divine attribute of the great Lord as Purusha. He told Purusha shashvatam divyam. So Arjuna knows he is the greatest among the Purushas. He is the supreme most Purusha. Now why Purushottama? Purusha is basically, Purusha word is derived from the fact that all these individual souls, the jivatmans, when they get embodied in the body now, we have already discussed this body to be a citadel of 9 gates, of the 9 openings. These 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, a mouth, and all the orders of evacuation, organs of evacuation. Now these 9 openings of this body, it becomes a citadel of the indweller, the Jivatman. This is what is a Purusha. Now this Purusha is typically not only the male aspect, even the women folk, the ladies, the female part can also be termed under that Purusha, because that is also a Navadvara Puri. And Jivatman residing, dwelling inside that Navadvara Puri is a Purusha. All the beings, for that matter, all the beings in this creation, they are then the mini Purushas. They may not be the ultimate Purusha, but they are mini Purushas. Now, how to distinguish between these mini Purushas like you and me? How to distinguish these Purushas from the ultimate Purusha? That is the Purushottama, the supreme Purusha. The difference between the Purushottama and we ordinary Purushas is, once we leave the body, this Purusha, this doesn't remain permanent. When the time comes, the indweller has to leave this citadel, this Puri of 9 doors, of 9 gates. The indweller has to leave. Vasamsi jiranani yatha vihaya. Krishna has already told us about it. When the time comes, we have to discard this Puri and we have to look for another Puri till we get that liberation, till we get that mukti, till we get that nirvana. So our being Purusha is from this Puri to that Puri to that Puri to that Puri. But the Purushottama, there is no such thing of changing the Puris. There is no such thing as getting from one Puri to another. Today in this form, tomorrow maybe in the form of a dog or a cow or a bull or some other animal, or maybe again another human body. So that is the difference between Purusha and Purushottama. And well, Arjuna is now addressing Sri Krishna as Purushottama in this particular shloka. Swayam evātmanātmānaṁ. Swayam evam atmanātmānaṁ. Swayam eva, only you yourself can vettha. Vettha is know. Only you yourself can know the ultimate truth. Only you yourself can know about this self by yourself. Atmanam, atmana atmanam. About yourself only you can know, O Purushottama. We are unable, we don't have that capacity to understand you fully. We can only say, Oh Lord is Purusha. We can only say, Oh Lord is Adi Deva. We can only say, Lord is Shashvata, but we can't describe Lord in his totality, in the eternity. We cannot describe. We are incapable. And therefore, now Arjuna is bringing out this greatest of the philosophical truths. And he's telling to Krishna, only you yourself can know yourself. स्वयं एव आत्मना आत्मानं वेत्थ tvaṁ puruṣhottama. Oh Purushottama, only you can know who you are in reality, in totality. Bhūta-bhāvana bhūteśha. Bhūta-bhāvana is source of all bhutas, all beings. Bhūteśha, you are the Lord of all the beings. Deva-deva jagat-pate, you are the Lord of all the lords. And jagat-pate, you are the ultimate ruler, you are the ultimate controller of this jagat. Only you can know yourself. We are just not capable of knowing it. Even the sages, Arjuna said, like sages like Maharshi Narada, sages like Asita, Devala, Vyasa, they have spoken of your divine glory, but to some extent. You also told me about yourself. And O Lord, only what you have told me about yourself stands true for me. That is the ultimate truth. And why so? Because only you can know yourself. Now, we as ordinary people, when in our day-to-day living, naturally what we know of ourselves, others may not know it at all. There are a lot of hidden aspects in our personality. Those who have studied the human relations courses, those who have undergone that Johari window, there is something called as some part of personality which is unknown to us as well as unknown to others. But normally, most of the traits of our personality we know for ourselves. Others may not know. There are so many hidden aspects in us. People may consider me to be so and so and so, which I know I may not be so and so and so. There are some facets, there are some traits with all of us which we only know, others don't know. Likewise, Arjuna is now telling to Krishna, only you can know yourself. And why Arjuna is saying this? Because Purushottama is the ultimate. There is nothing that can be hidden from the Purushottama. Purushottama knows not only of himself, but Purushottama knows everything about us. And that is what Sri Krishna had told us. That all these people, they don't know anything about me. All the great sages who have the Saptarshis and the four Manus that I have created, they only know from their creation onwards. They don't know about me, how I was created, what was my true nature. They only know from what I have told them. We come to know about our parents only from what they tell us about them. If they don't tell us something about them, we can never know those facts about our own parents also, although they have produced us. So, this is the reality, that only the originator can know everything about himself or herself, and also they know everything about the things that have come forth from that place of origin. So, verily, you alone know yourself by yourself. Only you can know yourself. O Purushottama, O source of all beings. Now, Arjuna is putting up all these adjectives to explain the greatness of the Lord. to explain the greatness of his incarnation as Sri Krishna, as bhūta-bhāvana. He is the origin of, from him, from the Lord, all this creation has come forth. Bhūta-bhāvana. Bhūteśha. Now since everything has come from within the Lord is the ultimate Ishvara. The Lord is the ultimate deity of all the beings. Deva-deva. He is the Lord of the Lords. From Lord only other Lords have come. And he is the jagat-pate. After all, he is the ruler of this entire creation. So this is what Arjuna has to say to Sri Krishna. O Lord, only you can know something about yourself. We are incapable. We have no capacity. We have no capability of understanding the Lord in his totality. So what is the worth of the Lord? Only the Lord can tell. We can only praise to this extent, to that extent. Oh Lord, you are so and so. Oh Lord, you are so and so. But that doesn't give the complete picture of the Lord. We can only praise some short tidbits about the divine glories of the Lord. That's it. So that was what Arjuna said to Sri Krishna. And on that particular shloka, what Sri Ramakrishna has to say about this particular shloka of only Lord knowing himself, what he is. What Arjuna telling about swayam evātmanātmānaṁ vettha tvaṁ Purushottama. Only you can know yourself. So Sri Ramakrishna gives a beautiful example here. An individual took a diamond to the marketplace for valuation, and a person was walking on the road and he found one diamond on the road. So, oh, this is a diamond. Now, what could be its value? So, he took the diamond for valuation to the market and asked several shopkeepers, what could be the value of this thing that I have found there on the road? The brinjal seller opined that 5 baskets of brinjals might be bartered for that gem. He took it to brinjal seller, the vegetable vendor who was selling vegetables. That fellow said, oh, this looks to be quite good. I can give you 5 basketfuls of brinjals in place of this gem. You want? This fellow says, okay, let me try another. So he took it to another place, the rice merchant. The rice merchant viewed that 2 bags of rice could be liberally given in exchange for it. The rice merchant said, looking at the gem, he said, okay, oh, this is a wonderful thing. I will give you 2 bagfuls of rice. Such a great value of that gem for the rice trader. The draper in his turn hailed that a bale of linen might be unhesitatingly offered for that precious thing. That person again took that gem to another marketplace, and then he showed it to a draper, the person dealing in clothes and linen. That person sees, that shopkeeper sees the diamond and says, oh, okay, this is a wonderful thing. I can give you a bale full of linen for this thing. You want? Take it. I will happily give it to you. So that is how the draper had valued that gem to be. Finally, it was given to the diamond merchant, who alone could value it at 2 lakhs of rupees. Finally, when this fellow took that gem to a diamond merchant saw it and immediately he recognized the true value of that stone. That diamond jeweler, he said, okay, I will give you 2 lakh rupees. Now this Thakur telling the story, Sri Ramakrishna telling the story at that point of time. Now imagine what would be the value of 2 lakh rupees at 2 lakh rupees of that time in today's time. So that is how the diamond merchant valued that ordinary stone to be. A brinjal merchant said 5 baskets of brinjal. A rice merchant said 2 full bags of rice. The draper said that a bale of linen, come on, take it. But it was only the diamond merchant who realized the true value of that stone and said, I will give you 2 lakh rupees for this. In this fashion, The Lord is also beheld in varying ways according to the people's power of understanding. So, depending on the understanding, level of understanding of the devotees, we give the criteria. We put the Lord with those divine criteria. Lord is like this, Lord is like. But actually, what is Lord? Only Lord can tell. Only the diamond merchant can tell the proper value of that stone. No brinjal merchant, no rice merchant, no draper, no other merchant for that matter. Only the diamond merchant can value the true value of that stone. Likewise, Arjuna said, "O Lord, only you can know yourself, O Purushottama." And we can only say you are the jagat-pate. We can only say you are bhūteśha. We can only say you are bhūta-bhāvana. That you are the originator of all these beings. You are the Lord of all beings. You are the God of gods. We can only talk about you in these terms, but what actually you are, only you know that for yourself. So that was Arjuna's talk with Sri Krishna in this 15th shlok that we read today. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur Jai. Jai Swamiji.